welcome to the Fridays Cup at Australia. Looking at the qualifying session, getting ready to go. We have the Mercedes, the Devil's Armpit, just on his warm-up lap. Quite a good racer, has a bit of speed about him. Let's just see if we can get a good lap together and maybe get on the front row.
And hopefully see the devil side of him when he's racing, because it
Oh yeah,
tends to
that
let
would
people
definitely
by.
be good. We need to see some of that.
I'm just on console, same as in first place at the minute, but we'll see how that goes. So what do you like about this game?
Well, I'll tell you what, the game's so much better than last year's. There's loads of bugs, but you can work around it. As Devil's Armpit approaches first corner, takes it nicely. It's hitting a straight, a little bit of a wobble there. Oh, he's gone too far. I think this could be a close qualifying, what do you think?
Yeah, console, my bad, Paul, well, Bart is known as, but we know him as Paul, and G Tomo. I think this could be close, and then we'll have, I'm not too sure if Devil says he's got the pace, so I'd like to see it.
What do you reckon pole time would be, roughly?
Oh, I don't know, but I was sitting, what was World Championship? 125, was it? So I think Paul might get down there. Well, at the minute he's sitting in 4th. No, he's went down to 5th, somebody's pushed him. No, he's went to 1st. So we've got Paul in 1st. We'll try and figure out who's second. GTMO 96, I think that's Josh Thompson. And he's second, so we've got a Williams on pole and second. Oh, I hope he's not doing a hot lap with this lap. He's just cut the corner, so he has. We've got Devil's Armpit in 3rd place.
Yeah, cracking effort from Devil's Armpit.
Console's down to 4th. My bad sitting at 5th. There's 5 drivers racing tonight. That's a shame really, I thought we'd have more.
It's a shame, but an opportunity for the drivers to show their potential.
Yep.
Konzo's attacking the track very well. A little bit wide at that corner.
And it's nice how this one isn't going to be reviewed by the stewards, so it's kind of up to the admins to see who's racing properly and who's not.
That's it. It's important for the drivers just to take it easy, get their foot in, and see what happens. A few good races under their belt, you never know. Could get an invite to go up to a different league, and that's what the aim is.
Yep. I can only stay on console, so everybody else must have hit the pits. Unless you can get on other people and I can't see.
My bad's just coming into the pits.
I'll go and find out what the pole time is and I'll come back in.
Looks like everyone's in the pits, having a little breather, getting ready for that important run to set the pole time. As we can see, my bad 66 doing a nice little bit of warm up, getting the tyres into temperature, the brakes hopefully.
I think they're sitting at a 124 just now, or a 126. I couldn't. Paul's sitting at a 124 or a 126. I couldn't quite hear because a couple spoke at the same time. I can't really hear Paul.
My bad's winding up to take the last corner before his hot lap again. Hoping to improve on 5th.
I had some understeer through that last corner there.
Maybe the setup's just not right at the moment. See if he can make the corner correctly. He does, nicely done.
Paul's back out. I don't think he's happy with his time. I think he's going to push for more.
That's what I like to see, competitive driving.
You know, Steve and Dave and that is going to be sitting in the house watching this on Twitch, laughing at us too.
Oh yeah, definitely. Bad luck up there, my bad.
I'm still on throttle. I'm going to see what his top speed down the back straight is.
I'll let you know where my bad, if he improves or not.
.201 mile an hour down the back straight.
Not too shabby.
Like I said, my bad is plus 4 seconds from the leader. Says Devil's Armpits is 2 seconds off the leader.
Never yellow flag.
My bad's go. Oh, he's letting somebody through.
Cool.
But Consul must just be on his out lap because it's saying he's no seconds behind the leader.
Assume everyone's on the option tyres now. Unless someone's got the pace on the primes.
As far as I can see, everybody's on options. My dad's stopping on track. Is he letting another car through? Yes, he is. And it was Devil's Armpit he was letting through. But Devil's Armpit sitting third place. That's quite good.
That is good. Great results so far. Let's hope he can stick to it or even improve.
Because he was battling mid-pack last season.
Yeah, definitely. And Paul sent the last corner.
I take it this plus 6 seconds from the leader is how far on track they are away from him.
Yeah, it must be.
Must be, it can't be lap times, or else Paul's going to run away with it.
Unless it's not Paul driving, it's Kev. I don't know how long's left of the session. I should have stayed and just watched on broadcast now. Following Conzo now. Hoping to improve on the fourth that he currently has.
Also, you can see the speed on his. So Paul was hitting 200 mile an hour down the back straight. Conzo's sitting at 180.
That's a huge difference.
That was massive.
Maybe he's being a bit cautious with the setup.
Oh, he's gone to the pits. Paul's out of fuel. He's got it back to the pits. See, I've never tried letting it go right down to see if that actually stops on track.
Yeah, if it does, could always get Alonso to push it back. Quite good at that.
There's a Mert going out.
Yeah,
that's
Devil's Armpit. He's got to be thinking to himself, second is the next target. He seems to have the pace.
I wonder if they've learnt the trick on this game or how to keep your power in your car.
I think the tricky thing is this year is the setup with your on-off throttle. That'd probably catch a few people out.
And the tyre pressures, we've not had that for we never had it in 2014. I can't remember 2013, that's too far back.
No, I think that was just new this year. Nice little features, but we need the safety car back.
Yeah. Some people like it, some people don't. I don't like the ghosting at corners.
I think it just gives people like myself, I'm not the quickest driver in the world, as everyone will know, I'm Mr. Blue Flag. But a safety car helps me get back in the race.
Yeah. I see it from that point of view, but I also see it if you go for an overtake and you muck it up, then you've got to pay the price. Like, let's see what Devil's getting. He's getting 202 down the start straight.
Took the first corner very well. Bit cautious on the brakes. He seems to be attacking the track very well, keeping within the limits.
see the difference between online and offline for locking up your brakes. It's a big difference, even when you've got ABS off.
Do you reckon he can get second or maybe even first?
I think he might do it. I'll just check his speed down the back straight here. Oh, 198. What he hit, he was at 202 on the main straight, was it?
It's a nice tidy lap.
Finish.
Nice tidy lap. Let's see if he gets rewarded for it.
Come on, Devils. Let's see this Devil side. Oh, am I gonna see?
Did he stay in third?
I don't know, I never got to see. Paul's still the leader though.
Oh, another EastEnders moment. Gotta wait for the end of the session. Cliffhanger. Paul just seems to have super pace, super grip round here. Could be his race.
I think he knows he's got this in the bag. Yeah, I don't know. He never hit his speed on the back straight here. Well, qualifying at least. I don't think anybody else is out on track. His delta time, the delta time on the screen said 126, so he must have done a 126. We'll soon see when it goes to the main screen.
Well, that was a great session. Everyone seemed competitive. A few errors now, but they can iron it out for the race. They should get somewhere. Hopefully a few more positions. Devil Arms Pit looks like he may have a shot of it breaking into the top two. As long as he keeps it tidy, he should be on his way.
Yeah.
I'm sure Conzo would have wanted higher.
Yeah. I'm still waiting to go to the main screen. I don't like this game where everybody's got to press advance. Let's see. Oh, it was a 125. He's got a 2-second gap. But look at that between Josh Thompson's and Devil's Armpit. Not much in it.
No, definitely not.
And
not much.
Conzo.
Yeah, second to fourth.
My bad, got disqualified.
Maybe it was for stopping on track.
Could have been. Let's see. Parked in a dangerous location.
That's odd.
Oh. How many viewers have you got, Adam?
I'm not sure. I think one.
And that's a can of Coke opening. "30 seconds till the race. Lights out and here we go. Will there be a pile up in turn 1?
Be amazing with 5 cars, but never say never.
Get ready to...
3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we're off to the wall.
Tyre from Sesson, yes. Oh, I'm on Josh Thompson. Oh,
Oh, Devil's Armpit's been taken. Second corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112,
Oh, I hope he leaves some space. Oh, he's pushing him a wee bit too.
Seemed to have a good start to get ahead of him, but lost it. Nice try to get away from all drivers.
Yeah.
Paul's just bolting away already. Like Lewis Hamilton.
Oh, Tomo. I'll call him Joss. Joss was on AstroTurf there. Devil's not letting him away, is he? Oh, he's making a mistake.
Very wide.
Now will Devils wait for the DRS or will he just go for it?
I think he's going to go for it. Probably start finish straight if he can stay close enough. But then is he going to risk it?
Oh, he's went wide. Just Thompson's went wide.
Lots of understeer for him.
My bad. Oh, he's nearly collected Devil's armpit there.
My bad is actually showing some real pace, which is nice. Great start to the race for him.
So Conzo must be last. Oh,
Again, very wide.
yeah.
On board with Devil's Armpit. Get my damn board up. There we go, my bad now, chasing down Devil's Armpit. Seems to have found some real pace from qualifying, which he must be happy about.
Is that Cons?
Yeah, Conzo's trying to attack him. Devil's Armpit's gone off, lost a bit of time, maybe 3-4 tenths of a second there. My bad's lining him up. Bit of a slipstream.
Well, if these three at the back keep squabbling away, the two Williams are going to just disappear.
Ooh, lucky. My bad. Nearly hit the wall. Got Conzo down. Always looking for a line.
Oh, Conzo's on primes.
The
Is
prime
my
is
bad
attacking.
on primes or options?
Options.
So he's on. Conzo's on primes and he's attacking.
DRS is activated this lap, and if Conzo stays behind my bad at this gap, he will get DRS. But something's telling me he's not going to need it.
These
Devil's
two
Armpit seems to be getting away.
fighting. Yeah, this was about to say he's getting away. Oh, Conzo's going for it. Is he? Is it? No, he's tucked back in behind him. I thought he was getting him out that corner.
It's either
This is
this
a great
corner is his
battle.
best bet to try and overtake him.
Oh,
Oh,
my
he's going to
bad's
do
locked
it.
up.
My bad's on
Conzo.
wide. Oh, Conzo, nice move. Oh, he nearly clipped the signs.
Now, my bad will get the DRS, won't he? If he stays
If he
up
stay
behind him.
within touch, yeah. Oh, he's giving too
Oh,
much
he's-
time away. I think he's out of DRS range now. Good battle though. My bad showing some pace there. He's got to be proud of himself.
Paul's 4 seconds up the road already from second place. Devil's Armpits is 7 seconds away from first place. But I wonder if they'll get the undercut in the pits.
He seems to be about 2.5 seconds away from second place. But he's not losing more time. He's in a steady position. He just took up a few more corners, keep it tidy. He may, like you say, get the undercut.
So say these primes would do about, options would do about 7 to 8 laps.
See, what I found is options were going to go to a certain lap, but I used 2-3 laps before that the drop-off point, my tyres were already gone. Maybe this could happen here. I have to do 3 stops in my race. Maybe someone, I know it's only 25%, maybe they might have to do a 2-stop.
Because I just cut that chicane a wee bit too much. Always went wide. So it's Devils followed them. I think Devils closing down.
He seems to be a lot closer and riding on the back of Jay Tomo. Probably about 2 seconds.
1, 2, 3, 4 seconds, roughly.
Devil's Armpit can keep it nice and tidy. He may have a shot in a couple of laps, just keep chipping away at Jay Tomo. Oh, Jay Tomo lost it.
So the Devils, he hit the big curb?
Yeah, exactly the same here. Cautious on the braking now. You can always tell when a driver's had a big incident. They're super cautious the next corner. I think Devil's Armpit's dropping off a bit.
Yeah. I'm just watching Devil's Armpit's Delta screen that's saying -1.336. Don't know if that's his lap time. It was...
Unfortunately, I can't see Paul. I'm trying to get him on the camera, it won't let me.
No, it won't let me either.
Maybe it's just too fast for the camera to lock onto him.
I'm trying to see where he is when it flashes. I hit him down the second straight after turn 2. So I'll be hitting about turn 4 to 5 now.
That is a big advantage. We're so early in the race. Huge advantage.
My badge dropped away back, he's not. He's just about to hit the start finish line.
Yeah, I'm on board with him at the moment. It seems to have a little bit of a slide going on with the rear tyres. Maybe I overcooked it at the beginning.
Lap 7 I said for pits, so let's see if my instincts kick in. If not, then I'll have to give Ted crab sticks to somebody else.
Yeah. Well, if my dad's tyres are suffering, he seems to be handling it. It's just only now and then he's getting caught out by it.
Devil seems closer. Has just
He's caught up low.
Yeah.
It must be within, what, 1.2 seconds?
Devil takes a tighter line in there.
Jay Tomo very wide. Well, on lap 7, the action's heating up a little bit. I think the pit stops will define the race. No, not for third place, obviously, but for second and third.
Devil just needs to keep it tidy to catch Joss. Oh, he's hit the cut.
Very wide, but it's gaining on him. Probably a tenth every sector. If he keeps chipping away, he will get there. He's just got to keep it calm and collected when he's near enough to make a move.
Oh, Joss is locked up.
Oh, he's just out of DRS range at the moment. Ooh, too deep, like every gone hit. Corner cut 2. Too much speed going into there. But he's caught up again. Either Jay Tomo's suffering with his tyres or he's just making too many mistakes. His devil's armpit is catching
Yeah,
up.
he's locking up. He's got to pit this lap.
He's carried on.
He's back in, he's going. I can see Paul just hitting turn 1 now. So Paul must have pitted to do that
Yeah, must
bigger
have done.
gap.
Tell you what, Devil's Armpit is going to make a move maybe halfway around this track. Jay Tomo is struggling.
Oh, you're making him quite loud there. Oh, Conso's up there as well. This is a three-way
I
battle.
didn't see that come in. Konzo just took third place. That was a shock. I never saw Konzo come in.
Their
He's
tyres
found
must
some
be
pace.
off. The tyres must be off.
And Konzo's on the primes.
Yeah, used primes are quicker than used options, I think. I heard that getting said to me yesterday, I'm sure it was. So
Jay
Conso's
Tomo's
on the
locked
move
up.
now.
He's going to be within DRS range. Jay Tomo's
He's
got a
going
pit. Or nearly
he's-
contact. Jay Tomo's got
They're
to
going for the
pit.
pit. Yeah,
They all are.
All three are going for the pit. Ooh.
This
Now
is gonna
this
be
is
close.
where whoever's at the back garage can make up time for safe release. Oh, Devil's Armpit, if he gets his car out first.
He's made the
He
jump.
has.
2 cars.
Josh Johnson's went to the back of that pack because he couldn't release the car.
And it proves it's better to be the Mercedes first into the pit.
Oh, and there's my bad catching up at the back. Can just see him coming down the straight. Oh, he's went wide because Josh came out. Is he going to stick with it? Now let's see what Conzo does in his option tyres.
Konzo's
he's
gone
went
very
off.
wide. My bad's taken
And Josh
third.
Thompson. Josh is still went wide again. Devil's Armpit's up to second.
If he can keep it together, this would be one of his best results. Jay Tomo's
Yeah, and-
side by side. Always cut the corners to get past.
I hope he gives the place up and lets him back.
I don't think it's going to happen. No, he's not giving the place back. My bad's not giving up on it either though.
There's a Paul's away out ahead, then there's Devil's Armpit and Josh Thompson
And my
and
bad
my
in
bad
fourth.
and Conzo. Conzo will be kicking himself. He should have stayed out an extra lap,
Or even pitted the lap before.
but he was gaining so much time. He
Is he gone into the pits?
Conzo?
Yeah. It's just...
Yes, he has. Has he got a puncture? Or has he had a penalty? Has he had a drive-through penalty?
It looks like a drive-through penalty.
We'll need to find out after the race.
That's totally blown it for him. He is on the faster tyres now. But it's a lot of work. 5 laps to go. Maybe 5th's going to be all it for him today.
Yeah.
That's very odd. I didn't see no incident.
Unless, no, because it was, unless it was at that time. But Josh should have got the drive-through penalty if he cut the corner. Did they
Could
make
he have-
contact?
Could he have cut the across the pit line?
No, they all came out okay, what I've seen when I was on Devil's Armpit. Devil's in the
Devil's
pits.
pitting. Very odd, and he's pitting, must be for the options.
For options.
So it is a two-stop race, that's what I was thinking. The tyres do go off quickly around this track.
But Gonzo made it to lap 7 on his primes.
I don't understand it, because Devil had the chance of being second. He could have defended for another 4 laps, but maybe feels he's got the pace to challenge on the options. I just don't think it was the best of moves.
So that's promoted Josh to second.
Very confusing pit strategy there. And J Tomo will just be taking this gift and probably laughing all the way to the finish line.
And my bad's on third. Oh, kinda cut that chicane there. But couldn't be a viewing glitch, could it? No, because it's changed
it
tyres.
can't be. Yeah, exactly.
This has bewildered me.
It's a very odd pit strategy to do. Unless he saw the other car going into the pit and panicked.
My bad's on options. Did he not start on options? So he's still got another pit to make to use a...
Unless he didn't have a drive-through, unless he pitted again. Maybe they didn't do enough practice and didn't get a good run on each tyre to see how long it'll last. And maybe a bit of panic. They're in good positions, they've panicked, done the extra stop, trying to hold on to it, and it's cost them.
I'm trying to look at my bad's tyres. I don't see much on them to give it away. You can see the dark stripe down the middle.
He's definitely pitted. No way they'd last 12 laps.
But then he'll need to pit again for the primes. See, the 50% race was I think a 3-stopper.
Yeah, I did 3 stops. It just needed it. The track just ate the tyres.
Unless this just does it the same. Right, it's this track. It's usually a 3-stop for 100%. A 4-stop. And then 50% 3-stop, but 25% I'd just pit once.
It would make sense just to the one pit stop. Unless the pit strategy does throw in an extra tyre change.
Oh, so we might have listened to the engineer instead of ignoring him.
So do you think my bad needs to pit again?
I don't know, because if Josh pits again, then possibly, but Josh is on the prime tyre. And
I
that's what
think
he changed.
my bad's just got a puncture. I'm sure of it.
I'm just going.
Yeah, front left, punctured. So it looks like he was running the tyres a little bit too long. And
Yeah.
it's cost him now. It's going to cost him 3rd place.
Is that going to promote Devil's Armpit back up to 3rd?
He's done well to get back to the pits. He's
He's
carrying
behind
on.
again.
He's got a puncture and he's carrying on.
See, is this a visual glitch? Because something happened.
No,
Oh,
he's
my
getting
bad,
past.
they're away. They're away.
This is a
Why did he not pit?
shocking race for decisions. Now Devil's Armpit's back up to third with Konzo right behind him. Konzo seems to have a lot of pace.
There's a yellow flag ahead as somebody else went off.
No, green where I'm on board with Konzo and Devil's Armpit. It could be the yellow for my bad. 2 laps to go and I think Devil's Armpit's got every little bit of chance of holding on as long as he does some defensive driving, but also not too defensive, so he's just got to look, can get a bit more speed on the straight, defend into the corners, he can have this.
Why did my bad not?
It's just odd, it's an odd decision. Maybe he thought he could get him to the end. But as you know in this game, you take your tyres too far, they are going to just puncture. Which is a new feature for the game.
But he was at the last corner. He could
It was shocking that he carried on, I agree.
Contos went wide to try and keep the traction.
Does he have DRS?
Yes, he's got DRS, is he?
He's not catching Devil's Armpit though. He's a little closer this time, he may get him into this corner coming up. No, Devil's Armpit's speed, his accelerations looks better. Last lap and Devil's Armpit is doing a cracking job here.
Is it going to be a last minute dive?
I can see that coming, I reckon.
Hopefully no contact, nice and clean. Hopefully.
Yeah, fingers crossed and toes.
Yeah, because the racing's been good so far.
Oh, he's made contact.
Oh! Is he going to let Devils keep going?
Devil's gone over the grass and now he's about a second and maybe 1.5 seconds in front. Well done, Paul. Easy victory. Well, when you drive that fast, every victory is going to be easy. Oh, it's Konzo's cost himself third place. Too hasty into that move.
Could Devil have it set up for the long straights and Conto's got it for the corners?
That's possible because there is a huge difference in acceleration.
Back in the pits.
Tell you what,
he's pitted.
There we go. Got the puncture off. Devil's Armpit did amazingly well to get third place. A few strange decisions there, but a good race.
Yeah, I'll just jump into the game chat and find out what happened. I'll come back.
I tell you what, if Front Row Racing Friday's Cup is anything to go by what we've seen tonight, it's going to be a cracking season. Some good drivers are going to get discovered. The future of Front Row Racing is looking bright.
I'll be back in a minute.
It's a wonderful way to finish the Grand Prix weekend for Felipe Massa. He was the class of the field today.